It's time once again to go back to the next generation. 4 episodes left this season, and I've been enjoying it. How about you?
This is a top tier Star Trek season, probably one of the best. If we ever do a poll of the best seasons of Star Trek ever, this is going to be up there.
Yeah, if we tier listed seasons, this would be S tier, no doubt. The next 4 episodes could be mid or terrible, and it wouldn't matter. It would be an S tier season, I think, because it's just so packed. But with that being said, this one could be shit. You never know. That's Star Trek, so.
We are still on course for the Garriman sector. Our speed is warp 6, ETA 1300 hours.
Isn't Lieutenant Worf scheduled to replace Ensign Tarragon?
Yes, sir. I was not informed of any change in the duty roster.
He's never late.
You can tell Riker doesn't like this guy. Get this fucking guy out
Lieutenant
of here.
Worf is in his quarters.
Bro slept
Something's
in.
wrong. Mr. Data, you have the bridge.
Imagine this is the response if you sleep through your alarm.
Yeah. Security, red alert.
Riker and a whole security team coming to wake your ass up.
Get up.
Computer, override security lock on this door. Authorization.
What if we
Riker
just
Office
smash
60.
somebody? Oh shit, uh-oh. A statue.
Torva. Lock. Door.
Think he's going through a Klingon version of Ponfar?
Torva.
Worf. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, now that's the Worf hair I like to see. Let that mane out. Beast. Also a nice quick hook.
Must be sick.
Oh,
Enter.
that Worf or Dorf? Oppenheimer. Whoa!
Captain. On your feet, Lieutenant.
Oh boy.
All because he was late one day?
Mr. Worf, your personal affairs are strictly your own concern until they interfere with the operation of this ship. You have now crossed that line. As your captain, I want to know exactly what is going on. Does this have something to do with the Klingons you rescued from Karaya 4?
They were young. They knew nothing of their heritage.
Oh, birthright?
I told them our ancient stories, instructed them in our customs, explained our beliefs, and then I told them about Kalis.
That must be who the statue was of.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Also, I guess Picard knows now about the whole
Is
colony.
that what you're doing here?
Colby.
Yes, I was trying to summon a vision of Kalis.
It's a pity that you didn't try the holodeck instead of setting fire to your quarters.
The followers of Kalis await his return there. To Klingons, there is no more sacred place.
Borath is only 12 days from here by shuttle.
Oh my god. A 12-day shuttle ride, dude?
Worf, you are on leave. But when you set foot on this ship again, I expect you to perform your duties like a Starfleet officer.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Worf, I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you, sir.
Well, he was a bit tough on him, but overall, pretty good.
Yeah, he's always tough. He ends with the warmth. Oh shit.
He's already there. It's been 12 days. He went in one of those interstellar chambers.
I see Kalis. He is standing before me with a sword. He wants something. Me. He wants me.
Yeah, this guy's a clown.
You're only 19, and yet your place among the honored dead is already secure. Take him back to his chamber. Let him sleep.
Yeah, he didn't see anything.
Look at that hair.
Yeah. Badass, dude.
It has been 15 centuries since he made that promise, and still we wait. Let him speak to you with your mind unclouded by doubt or hesitation. Only then can you find what you are looking for. Perhaps you should return to your starship.
No, this kid's gonna be all, I'll show you what to do, Worf. Don't worry.
Law.
Oh. Nice jacket, Kalis. Oh, he's not seeing him. He returned.
I am Kalis, and I have returned.
Oh shit. What?
Damn.
Oh wow. I don't know why I was expecting like a giant Klingon, like 30 feet tall.
Giant Kalis versus Giant Spock 1v1.
Oh my god.
I have returned because there is a great need in my people. They have lost their way, but it is not too late.
Interesting. Also, this guy's forehead ridges are insane.
I intended to use it to see.
To see if I was real. Proceed. Use your tricorder.
He's shorter than I expected.
You still do not believe it is me, do you, Wolf?
I want to believe.
That is a beginning.
Damn, what'd he tell you?
If he says to run, they run. If he says to fight, they fight. If he says to die, they die.
If the commander is worthy of that trust.
No, Jatlak, no.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, what? Look at this outfit.
You're lucky Worf doesn't have that blade from Frame of Mind.
I'm just imagining Picard. So, did you find your spirituality? Yes. In fact, I fought him.
Yeah, our Jesus equivalent came back from the dead and I killed him.
That's great, Worf. Get back to work.
We are Klingons! We are Klingons! We are Klingons!
I think they're Klingons.
Yeah.
Did you take any other tricorder readings?
Oh, he's back. No, they started chanting, I got the hell out of there.
There is another possibility. He could be the real Kalis. He may have actually returned as he promised.
Riker's reaction.
Oh my god.
We are simply to transport Kalis to the home world. And while he's here with us, he will be treated as an honored guest.
Casual W. Picard.
How will you determine whether or not this is the real Kalis?
It is not an empirical matter. It is a matter of faith.
I would appreciate hearing your insights on this matter.
Perhaps some other time, Commander. I do not believe I can provide much insight.
That's a sweet shot.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard, Gowron.
Oh! Been forever since we've seen Bro.
Yeah.
The person in question is in his quarters at the moment.
What have you learned about him so far? What kind of medical analysis have you
Look at
made?
that robe.
The imposter's been aboard for nearly a day.
If you had wanted to run tests on Kalis, you should have sent a Klingon ship for him.
I really like those creative hallway shots there.
Yeah.
So Gowron has come on board in order to test your claim.
Gowron knows that his days are nearly over.
Oh, why?
He has brought a knife with him, a knife that is supposed to be stained with
duh.
the blood of Kalis.
Because Kalis would take over.
Perhaps it is time to settle the doubts of those who still do not believe.
Worf.
What if it's not actually the blood of Kalis on the blade?
Run a genetic comparison on this blood sample and the tissue belonging to Kalis.
The genetic patterns are identical.
Oh, well, there you go. Never mind.
But how?
Because it's him. He's him.
It is true.
Bro is him.
Kalis has returned.
Of course, this makes me think it's not actually him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been so long since I have tasted any food or drink. There are many things I have forgotten.
So where have you been?
While I am in this form, I know only about this world. I want you to have a place at my side as we restore honor to our people. Let me tell you about this new empire we will forge.
Your new empire.
It will be glorious.
Oh boy.
It will be war.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Cut through. Gowron.
Koroth and the other Guardians have always opposed me. This is nothing more than a ploy for them to finally seize power.
Okay.
This is exactly why they want you to join them. Because your brother sits on the council.
Hey.
Open your heart, hear his words. He will restore your faith as he has restored mine. Give him a chance to lift your spirit and cleanse your heart before you take up arms.
No.
Ugh, now I'm going to feel bad if it's not Kalis, because Worf's totally bought in.
Yeah. Yeah, trying not to think about that.
I see that not all fools die young.
Kalis.
Koroth with the no reaction to that.
Kalis, may I present Gowron, leader of the High Council? Kalis!
It's a holodeck creation?
It's gotta be.
I say you are not Kalis. I will not bend my knee to you. As long as I can draw breath or pick up a blade.
He just kills Kalis. Well, I guess that's the end of it.
All right.
But that is kind of the Klingon way.
Good try, Gowron, but not enough.
Oh boy. They're not going to kill Gowron here, are they?
Oh, bring back a beloved Klingon character to just kill them? No, they never do that.
No, never.
Oh! You're gonna mess up his Klingon teeth.
Kalis, the greatest warrior of them all.
Couldn't even handle an elbow.
No. I've been out of practice for 1,500 years.
When I'm in this form, I'm just a guy.
That is a lie. He did not.
We do not need to hear any more from the son of Mog. None of this would have happened if you had not brought them together.
You did not know the name of the man who faced the storm. You do not even know what real Warnock tastes like. You are using the name of Kalis for some twisted game. For that alone, you should die.
We were able to use an organic sample of the first Kalis to give you life.
It's a clone?
A clone. He is a clone.
What is...
So he is
clone?
Kalis, but not the real Kalis.
We gave you more than the body of Kalis.
We found a way to imprint specific information in your neurosynaptic pattern. We gave you memories, and not just any memories. We gave you the experiences of Kalis as written in the sacred texts.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Who is to say that what we did was wrong?
I am.
Oh.
Because I'm Worf.
Worf! You cannot tell Gowron of this.
Of course I'm going to tell Gowron of this.
The last chance to restore hope to our people. It's your choice.
Damn. Of course, Worf ends up in this situation.
Worf, you got to be the one to unite the Klingons.
Yeah.
You're the chosen one, not Kalis.
Maybe he is the rightful heir. Is that Gowron?
They've been sitting here for 3 hours, 17 minutes. They refuse to return to their ship with the rest of Gowron's men.
Oh, they stayed behind.
Their faith appears to be unaffected by his inability to defeat Gowron.
That guy dated
They still believe.
Did you really think you could get away with this kind of fraud, Koroth? I will have you and this abomination put to death.
Damn.
There hasn't been an emperor in 3 centuries.
The political power will remain with the High Council.
Figurehead.
Bro, Kalis looks depressed.
Yes. Hey, he just found out he's a fucking clone.
Even if he is not the real Kalis, he is the rightful heir to Kalis.
And if I refuse to go along with this?
Then my brother and those who support him on the council will fight you, and I will fight you.
What do you say about this, Koroth? What I say is unimportant.
Carlos like, I'm still not leader in this scenario.
It is acceptable.
Oh, damn. Okay. He still believes.
Join with me, Gowron. Let us usher in this new era together. Vorka. No.
Oh, damn.
What is important is that we follow his teachings. Perhaps the words are more important than the man. Kapla, son of Mok.
Kapla. Kalis.
That's it.
So, did you find your faith, Mr. Worf?
Yeah.
Well, about that. No.
Also, with the random transporter guy transports him away. Oh, shit, I lost him. I'm sorry. We just watched The Rightful Heir. And now we're going to talk about it. But first, we have to do our whiteboard reactions.
I said, Somehow Kalis has returned.
Well, I wrote something that I've said plenty of times before, and it still rings true. I love TNG Klingons.
Not only TNG Klingons, but listen, you take the ball, right? You're going up the court. You see Worf in the corner. You always give the ball to Worf in the corner, no matter what it is, and you bring in the other players, and the other players are all Klingons. you're gonna have a banger of an episode most times, and I love this one. It was pretty much a little sequel episode to Birthright.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Worf struggling with his faith, goes to a Klingon planet that's very close to this Boroth, the studies of the Klingon gods and all that. And literally the guy they were talking about in Birthright comes back, insane. And we're kind of playing with, okay, it's not really going to be him, because they're confirming it's him, it's not really him. But the way they did it, where it literally is him, but it's a clone. And I love the idea of ideas and words are more powerful than people sometimes. It's like it doesn't matter that it's not him. His teaching still rung true. And we can finally, after 6 seasons, unite the Klingon Empire, finally. I dug it. It was great.
Yeah, Worf with the corner 3. But they got the whole basketball team of Klingons, but the head coach on the side is Ronald Moore, who wrote this one.
Yeah.
And every time Ronald Moore comes in and writes a Klingon episode, he knocks it out of the park. I also really love going through this series now. Probably going to miss some, but off the top of my head, Season 1, Heart of Glory, The Emissary in Season 2 with Kalar. Then you have Reunion, her second episode, Sins of the Father, this one, Birthright. You almost could make like a little mini-series of just the Klingon-focused episodes to just watch those through in like a playlist and see the development of Worf, as well as the Klingon culture and the Klingon Empire throughout the show. And I really love that. I guess also Redemption and Redemption 2. Obviously, got to put that in there.
I'm sure there's a supercut out there somewhere.
Yeah, and they've all been great. And Ronald Moore here, another just a banger when it comes to the writing, and Winrick Colby on direction.
And then you add Winrick Colby to the mix?
Yeah, absolutely. And like nothing with the direction was like insane or incredible, but like the hallway shots were creative. Of course, Colby loves his close-ups and everything. So that was all really good from a technical standpoint. Michael Dorn, he's going to knock it out of the park. So I really enjoyed this one. I think there's a certain level of it to where it didn't necessarily hit that, Redemption 2, Sins of the Father, Emissary level for me.
Yeah.
But it's by no means like a mid episode. Like I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it an issue, but it took more hold or took more footing in the struggles with the Klingon Empire rather than Worf's faith. Because once Kalis comes back and Worf realizes this could unite the Klingon Empire, it's no longer about Worf's faith until it circles back at the very end, whereas I don't know what to believe now. Whereas Redemption 1 and 2 were very much about Worf's honor, very personable to Worf. It also had a lot to do with, the Klingon Civil War, but it almost seems Worf's belief and his inner turmoil kind of immediately goes away once, oh shit, he's real. And then more becomes a problem of, okay, how can we fix the Klingon Empire? So it didn't feel very personable and emotional. I guess that would be the only issue.
Yeah, I guess there's 2 main scenes where I feel like they're trying to hit that emotional mark. And the first one is Data and Worf in the holodeck created Klingon area, where Data tells him about taking the leap of faith and choosing to think that he's a person. And Worf takes that, and that's what inspires him to pitch this idea for the Empire. And then the second one being the ending scene with Kalis and Worf, and talking about, the words meaning more than the person. You can tell those are the 2 that they're really trying to like bring it home on. And they're both good scenes. They just didn't just hit that mark. And we've talked about this plenty of times before, where it's like sometimes everything's perfect and it all comes together, and sometimes for whatever reason it just doesn't. And this was an example to me where like it wasn't bad at all. The execution was perfectly fine, but it just like didn't get me there in any type of way. But I more so just appreciated it and the good writing. Specifically the Data scene. If you take all the context of the episode away and you just watch that scene, it's a really good scene. in the context of the episode, it definitely feels a bit shoved in. Like, it just feels like now Data's going to walk in and give a speech about how he's a person. And, like, I get it. He's been there the whole episode. Like, he's been involved, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But it was still kind of like we've never seen Data that directly talk about, making that choice. And for him to do it in this Worf episode to inspire Worf, it just felt a little bit...
Yeah, but Data was also in Birthright, and in his episode, he kind of learns more about him, and there might be more to him. And every time before that, Data has always said, I'm just an android. I'm just an android. So for Data to have a little bit of his... Finally get the sequel part, I guess, that he didn't get in Birthright Part 2. I guess they kind of just snuck it in here. And the idea of whole faith being a very human concept, and Data, of all people, being the one to, witness this, experience it, and have his own thoughts on it. I was really surprised it wasn't Picard, because especially with how much growth Picard and Worf have had together. But yeah, I'm glad it was Data. But,
Probably because Picard could never admit to having any kind of faith.
yeah, probably not. He's very respectful of it.
Yeah, he's respectful, but he's not going to admit it.
Yeah, I did enjoy Picard's scenes. He was a bit hard on Worf for being late.
I'm going to guess it's more than just what we saw in the Hook.
Yeah,
it wasn't just late to one shift. I think he was basically being MIA, essentially.
Yeah. Just imagine being late to work one day and your boss is coming to your door.
Yeah, on your feet. Get up. And then last thing on the Data thing, I do agree with you. And again, it was a good scene. That was just my initial gut reaction. It felt a little bit like, oh, okay. But I was going to say, before you brought it up, so it was my idea. No, but I totally agree with you about the Birthright thing in the sense that this is now the second time where Data and Worf, two completely different characters, being able to relate to each other over first about their fathers and now about a leap of faith. And how great. That was awesome. Troy not in the episode, and I thought it was interesting when he's talking to Picard about basically being depressed since coming back from that system. My initial thought was like, oh, go talk to the counselor. So it could have been a nice scene there, but not a big deal.
I think Picard knows that Klingons got to go deal with things in their own ways, in their own faith. And I'm okay with the rest of the crew taking a back seat when they're Worf episodes and Klingon episodes. There's a lot of episodes where if any of the crew takes a back seat, I'm a little bit disappointed. But when it comes to Worf and Klingons, and especially their lore, their history, whatever's going on their planet, I'm completely fine with it.
Also, was Geordi even in the episode? I don't remember seeing him.
But I don't remember seeing him. He might have been at the boardroom scene.
No, that was Crusher, Data, Riker, and then obviously Worf and Picard. I don't think he was there. Interesting.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, a part of me wants it to be a solo episode anytime it starts to get into that. So, like, frame of mind, when it became Riker in the Asylum, I was like, oh, is it just going to be Riker? And then here, when Worf went to the Klingon thing, I'm like, oh, just Worf? And then when they cut back, it's like, okay, it's a Star Trek episode, that's fine. But we cut back and instantly get the return of Goran, which I think we haven't seen since, what would have been, Redemption?
Redemption 2, maybe?
Was the last time we saw him?
Yeah. Yeah, and he looks even... I swear to God, they keep updating these Klingon looks. His robe is all flying down. I think his head's even bigger. Just looks amazing.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah.
His head is bigger.
Some updated Klingon costumes, just for one or two scenes when Worf was in that Jedi Master suit, and God, him with his hair down. This looks so good.
So badass.
So good. And then they wrap it up. Yeah, especially if he let it down in the front like that as well. Oh, so good.
Yeah, that is badass. And I know Michael Dorn was probably just like bald and it was probably a wig, but that's fine. I don't care. It's a sweet wig.
Yeah, I love how Worf is just the glue of the Klingon Empire. Anytime there's any sort of growth or things needing to happen, any fixture, Worf is always involved, and he works on a spaceship that travels around the galaxy at all times. And just whenever he happens to come nearby, the Klingon Empire can move a bit forward. If he never went to Boroth or whatever, it might have never happened.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The coincidence of he goes there because he's feeling this. At the same time, they have this technology.
Did those two goons wait until like, oh shit, Worf's here? This would be a great time to try it out.
Maybe. I definitely could see that happening.
Because they know Worf's influence with his brother on the council.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
Because they already know that this Korath guy already knows that Gowron doesn't give a shit about him. So, if we have Worf can talk to Tony Todd, and we can get this fucking shit going.
Do you remember his name, Tony Todd? his character name?
Probably starts with a K.
Yeah, I can't remember, unfortunately.
What do you think about the resolution about, okay, you're going to be basically the president of the United States? That was our president from 2020 to 2024. You're going to be our figurehead while we run the show behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I like the idea proposed by Worf, and it makes sense, and I think it's a good solution to avoid civil war because he's correct. I think the showing of Goran's team still in there waiting for Kahless was a great way to make that come across. So, like, we're too in deep at this point. People are going to hear about this. They're going to know Kahless is back in some form. And what Worf said is so true, is like, when it comes to not only just religious faith, but really any kind of belief, strong belief, people will ignore the facts that, go against it, and they will make the facts work for their belief. And even if they come out and say, this isn't actually Kahless, it's a clone that we created of Kahless, people who want to believe will still treat him, as Kahless. And it's like so true.
Yeah.
And I think that that's very good writing, again, and I think it was Joe Menosky who did the story. It was a separate person who did the story. I can't remember the name exactly. But, yeah, I really like it. What about you?
Oh, yeah, no, I love it. The idea of belief and ideas being stronger than literally anything. And that's why Gowron was so afraid. Because as soon as it's out, it's over. And it doesn't matter how much damage control we do. Once it's out, and we can say, hey, this is literally a clone from the blood of Kahless, and still.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Inception, planting an idea, the most dangerous disease.
Yeah, but yeah, a great shot was with the scene with Worf and Data, and those two dudes still praying, despite Kahless just being over on the other ship.
Yeah, I do think
on the same ship. Yeah,
I do think it's a bit short-sighted of them to create this clone and not give them the fighting prowess of Kahless, but that's whatever.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
I mean, he did okay. He was toe-to-toe with Worf. He stood toe-to-toe with him with the batliths, so
yeah.
I guess he had some skill.
And most of the knowledge, he just forgot a few key details.
Or they didn't program in the details.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they didn't know.
Because they weren't it wasn't in the texts. He was reciting the stories from the texts, but then he would go around trying to be like, okay, well, tell us more than what was in the text, and he didn't know it, so.
Yeah, except for how the sword was formed. Maybe the two priest dudes
I think they planted it.
Just made that up.
Because they made a comment when he says it. They're like, it wasn't in the text so that you could prove where it came from. So they had to have just planted that story.
Yeah. David Clamage says, this episode elevated Gowron in my eyes. I like how smart, cunning, and practical it makes him. Klingon politics is fascinating to me, especially how their religion is intertwined with it. Yeah, I mean, with anything with Klingon politics, if you're at the top of the mountain, you're always fighting for that spot, and you can't sleep. So if someone came back, if I was the Pope, and Jesus Christ comes back from the dead, I don't know. I mean, it's not very. Maybe nowadays it's not a very fighting culture, but I'd still be a bit. Hold on a second. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'm also very fascinated by Klingon politics, and them with their religion wrapped up in it. I also think that's very fascinating, and I'm a little bit worried, maybe is the tone, in terms of, like, so far in Deep Space Nine, we're not far in, but there are no Klingons. They mentioned them, I think, once. Or maybe we saw one in the background. I don't really remember. But there's really no Klingons, and I'm wondering, like, oh, I love TNG Klingons so much. When we end this show, like, is that going to really be it as far as the Klingons being a focus? I mean, I guess if it is, that's not terrible because it's like I have this show for that. But, I am very fascinated by it, and every time we get an episode, I just want to learn more and spend more time with them. So
yeah, and kind of similar to how Vulcans were, for the most part, dropped in TNG. With obviously no Vulcan on board except for Solar.
Yeah.
Who's very rarely there.
Who's apparently on board.
Yeah. Yeah, I am kind of scared for the whole continuous Klingon story taking an abrupt halt once TNG's over. Maybe they'll show up again, I'm guessing, but it's the same way Vulcans sometimes show up in TNG. And yeah, I'm scared about it.
Here's another good one from JC. This episode contains big time jumps relative to other episodes to denote the passage of time and character evolution. Should Trek continue using this story device? And I wanted to bring this up because it's a 12-day shuttle ride, and then when we see him there, he's only been there for 10 days, and then he stays there longer, so it's always been over a month. It reminded me of the Paradise episode of Trek where we complained because they jumped a month between scenes, and we made it like a big deal. We're like, oh, it's just Kirk's just been there for like it was a month or 2 months or something with the Native American culture, and we're like, this is weird, and like everyone was like, oh, why is that weird? And I have always thought that was like odd when you do it like that. However, I think it worked here about as well as it could. I don't like it in general, but here because of what Worf was trying to do. Honestly, if they had said he spent 6 months there, I wouldn't have been like shocked because it's such like a religious thing you're going to do. This is almost like Doctor Strange, right? When he goes to the temple or whatever, it's like it's going to take a long time. I almost didn't believe it when Kalis showed up that quickly. I was like, oh, okay. Last thing I wanted to say on it was I did have that in the back of my mind though the whole time he's there. Okay, so your son Alexander is just on the Enterprise. Does he know where you are? Like the same questions I had in Birthright,
If he's not on screen, he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm desensitized to the whole time jump thing now. I've accepted it. I'll make jokes about it every now and then, but it doesn't bother me anymore. That's the name of the game.
Fair enough.
Spencer Lofton says, I personally think this is one of the weaker Klingon episodes. Garrong and Worf are good. The story itself doesn't do anything for me. Maybe this is a nitpick, but I really think they could have done better with the casting. Kalis is supposed to be the greatest warrior in Klingon history. I think he should at least look the part. This guy looks like some random Klingon you'd see shit-faced. Getting shit-faced and Quark's bar. It's just C tier for me. That is one complaint, I guess, is, I was expecting some massive Klingon, the greatest Klingon warrior of all time, and he's shorter than Worf.
Yeah, I also agree. It should have been a big towering Klingon. Bro was like, do you remember that Klingon from Redemption 2? I think it was 1 or 2. The kid Klingon who said he was the son or related somehow, and he tried to fight for the throne. The Duras sisters brought him in.
Oh yeah,
that guy. It's like, why do they keep bringing in these like small statured Klingons?
I don't know, man. Here's who I think should have been the Klingon Kalis. Ready?
It's just like pro wrestling. You should be big. You should look like a wrestler. You should look like a Klingon.
Here, just imagine a little bit of Klingon makeup on that right there. Just get Arnold. just get Arnold. What if Arnold was the fucking Kalis? How great would that be?
I am Kalis. That'd be pretty great.
He's from 1500 years ago. He's got an interesting accent. It'd work.
Especially, Arnold in 94 or whatever this was.
93. Yeah, he'd be in good condition.
Raphael says, another of my top 10 favorites. I have never been overtly religious, but I took a lot away from this episode. Let's be real, the idea of Kalis is subbing for Jesus Christ. Yeah, I agree. What would happen if he were to return, and by scientific means? And how would the faithful and unfaithful react to this? What an amazing concept to ponder. And again, Star Trek does it best through allegory, the end speech by Kalis to Worf. So long as we follow his teachings, what does it matter if the man returns? Amazing stuff. And very spiritually deep. An easy S tier for me. I definitely agree. I do think the one difference is that modern Christians are so skeptical that if it was revealed that Jesus was brought back via a cloning of his DNA, they would immediately just like brand him the Antichrist, which fairly... yeah, maybe. So, I mean, like, I don't think they would accept a cloned Jesus like is presented here with Kalis. Maybe I'm wrong, but that'd be the one difference.
I don't believe anything anymore. Wasn't it just a few months ago people were saying aliens were just caught on camera, like legit shooting? The government confirmed it. Didn't that happen?
Yeah, not really though. But that's what people say.
I don't believe anything anymore, especially with AI running around nowadays. Yeah. He probably is real. He is Israel? No. He's probably, one of these fucking crazy people on the side of the street, chanting something. Oh, I am Jesus. It could be real Jesus, and no one believes him.
What if God was one of us? You know that song? Mm-hmm. Something about riding a bus.